It's Jen from Not So Mystical Tarot. This is going to be your reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising for the first half of August 2019. You can find me on Instagram at Not So Mystical Tarot or NotSoMysticalTarot.com if you look a personal or a private reading. Now let's just get started for our Aquas. Eight of Cups, walking towards something that really suits you. By default, there are things that will be left behind. And here you're the Seven of Wands, which I really, really love this card because it highlights something about what's happening right now. If you see, he's up on this big high hill here, and there's people that have got to be like, what, 10 feet below him with these long sticks, and they're like stabbing up at him, like, And notice, he's not down the hill. He's not even touching them. His rod is just like positioned like, no thank you. He's not going to go down the hill and clack around with them. And I don't like to say this is like you walking away from things that don't serve you, but when you walk towards something, you always leave things behind. And I think that's what we have here, is that there's a lot of negativity and a lot of like stuff that you have sort of grown away from that you're just going to leave behind. Like where you might have before made a choice to go down that hill and justify yourself and clack around and defend yourself and explain yourself. You're just like, yeah, I'm gonna go over here. And he's got that, no thanks, I'm not interested, nope, not gonna happen, you're not gonna drag me in. And that's what I see here, is you're moving in a direction that's on a really high vibration. So why would you go down low, right? Why would you go down low and muck around with people in the gutter when you're moving towards something that's like way up here, you know? Let's get some more information here on what we're moving toward, or what by default gets left behind. We do have the Temperance card coming up, and I love this because it's balanced. You've got the cups here, okay, and this is emotion, of course, but it's a balance of emotion. So we're not we're not storming away and kicking all these cups over and screaming on our way out. We're not focusing on the things we're leaving behind. We're just turning and going, you know what, this is where I'm going, and these things, while they served me before, they don't serve me now. So like I say, you're doing it in a balanced way, and the word I'm hearing a lot is gracious. You're very gracious about it. You're not like, yeah, I'm out of here, You're just like, yeah, I'm gonna move in this direction now. You know, please be gracious in this exit, because not everybody will understand what you're doing. And that's okay, because that's why they act like this, because they don't understand. You also have the Eight of Pentacles. So you are super hard workers, Aquarius. And people think, you know, I'm an Aquarius, that you're all like, nah, that's not true. We just do our own, we vibe on our own level, man. But like here, you have this Eight of Pentacles. You've been really working hard on either yourself or something in your environment, and it's starting to show. The results are there, and it's noticeable, and that's why you get this negative stuff here, because people just don't understand, and they tend to like attack you because they don't know what else to do, because they want your attention. They don't understand why you're not playing their game anymore, or why you're not involved in, I don't want to say like their nonsense, but you know what I mean? Like when you're up on a higher level, sometimes people on a lower level will, will kind of come after you because they just don't understand what you're doing. You do have the King of Swords. You are the Swords, and the King of Swords is like, he's a judge, you know? And that's where it's saying, listen, you know, this is kind of the time to call it what it is. If it's not working, it's not working, and you need to cut it off. Just like in that Eight of Cups, the person walking away is not turned around backwards facing what they're leaving. They're walking towards their future. Same thing here. You just kind of cut it off, and he's a little bit harsh, I get that, but you just kind of cut it off, and you're just done. And again, we have that Temperance. So reminding us, please don't be harsh about it. These people that are kind of coming at you or whatever, they're lashing out because they don't understand what you're doing, and they don't understand where you're coming from. So, I mean, the tendency can be out of frustration to just be extremely harsh with people, but really try to keep that even. You've gotten this twice now, okay? Twice in one reading is like, listen, try to be really balanced. Try to be gracious. You don't want to create havoc while you're on your journey. You don't need to like create havoc for other people. They just don't understand. And like I said, they can kind of lash out. Like I said, this Temperance card, right? We want to be temperate and moderate and even, not be too harsh, because wow, you get the Tower coming up with that King of Swords. And that's the thing, is you don't need to leave a wake of destruction in your path. I don't feel like this is happening to you. Like, you're not going to have like some sort of terrible traumatic incident, but your actions can create that environment for other people. So just like I said, try to be temperate, try to be gracious, try to be, I don't want to say nice, because I mean, you got to do what you got to do, but you don't have to be like, what now, you know, about it. Like, you don't have to be like, come at me, bro. Like, you don't have to be super harsh about it. Just try to be like a little bit detached and pleasant, polite, you know what I'm saying? Just try to be not so harsh. And I'm an Aquarius, so I know I can be harsh sometimes, because I'm like, good grief, you know, you want to scream, leave me alone. But people don't understand. They don't do it on purpose. They just don't understand what you are doing, talking about, why you're throwing cards all over the place. Okay, we got one that flipped the other way, so we're going to take that one. And you have the Moon, okay? Things are not always as they seem, and that's just like I was saying. Like, sometimes we feel that need to be really, really harsh with people, and just remember, they may seem like they're attacking you, or they may seem like they're being negative. They may seem like they're coming at you to hurt you. Remember, they probably don't mean it like that. They just don't know how else to communicate what they have going on. So things are not always as they seem, and a lot of times I'll say this in a way that it's like, well, you know, somebody's lying to you, but this isn't the case. I just think that people don't always know how to communicate with you, so they're trying really hard, and it may not come out right. So just, again, err on the side of that temperance, that grace, and just try to be kind when it comes to this, because not everybody understands what you got going on, Aquarius. Like, you already know that, right? Like, you already know people don't usually get you, so this is not anything new. Watch your Moon and Rising for a little more information. This is a general reading. Let me know how this resonates with you. I will be very excited to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.